everyone, today we're reading Geronimo Stilton, The Trip to the Niagara Falls. We found some seeds and fed them to the bird. It let out a happy chirp. Then it started smoking. Holy shit, what was in those seeds? Then I realized the smoke wasn't coming from the bird. It was filling the air around us. Fire! Someone screamed. Gentle Mouse called for help on his cell phone. Hurry, the forest is on fire, he cried. Which forest are you in? There are kind of a lot of forests next to Niagara Falls, don't you think? Someone must have left a campfire burning, he cried. Send a plane right away. Gentle Mouse told everyone to stay calm. He divided us up into teams. The first team dug fire trenches. If we cut down all of the plants, the fire will have nothing to burn, Gentle Mouse explained. The second team formed a long chain that ended at a nearby brook. The first mouse in line filled a pail with water. Then he passed it down the line. The last mouse in the line threw the water on the flames. We worked like pack rats, but the heat was becoming unbearable. My fur was scorched. The smoke was making me choke. Suddenly, a miracle happened. We heard the sound of engines, and it was a plane carrying... It was a plane carrying an enormous tank filled with water. The plane dumped the water onto the flames, then left to pick up more water from the lake. We were saved! But before we could celebrate, Gentle Mouse began shouting, Has anyone seen Miss Angel Paws? I saw her running towards those bushes. I think she was trying to help a wounded fawn, Kay cried. Don't worry, Miss Angel Paws, Gentle Mouse yelled. I'll save you! He disappeared in a cloud of smoke. A few minutes later, he returned. He was carrying the teacher in his paws. My hero, giggled Miss Angel Paws. He saved the fawn, too. The face. I just can't not show you this. His face is absolutely... I'm so sorry. I felt a twinge of jealousy. Why couldn't I be someone's hero? Still, I had to admit, Miss Angel Paws and Gentle Mouse were a match made in mouse heaven. I've got a surprise for you. That night, the two love mice Can't I read? That night, the two love mice made an announcement. Can you guess what it is? Yes, they had decided to get married. Hooray! Cried the class. Everyone was so excited. But then we were even more when they heard that Miss Angel Paws and Gentle Mouse wanted to get married immediately. They had been They had been missing each other for years. They didn't want to wait any longer. We can do it right here in the Niagara Falls, Miss Angel Paws squeaked. We put our heads together to plan the ceremony. It would have to be pretty simple. There would be no wedding gown or no fancy wedding cake. After all, Where could we get a dress and a cake in the middle of the wilderness? I know how. I read ahead. Sorry. I said that mouse... Oh. I called my sister to ask for her advice. As I said, that mouse just loves a challenge. An hour later, my cell phone rang. It was Thea. Oh. Can I read, please? It was Thea. Hey, Jerry Bear, I got a surprise for you, she squeaked. I gulped. A surprise? For my sister? The last time she surprised me, she carpeted my whole apartment in pink cat fur. Flop, flop, flop. Right at that instant, I heard a strange noise over my head. Flop, flop, flop. I won't bother making the sound effects. I already have them. I looked up and screamed. Wah! And he, Wah! In real life. I looked up and screamed. A pink helicopter was circling above me. Pink helicopter is somewhere this size. Yes. I wish to see it. Pink sugar-coated almonds rained down all around me. Pink invitations with the bride and groom's names and oh, come on, people. Bro. Pink invitations with the bride's and groom's names flew through the air. A bunch of pink thorny roses hit me in the snout. Youch! So this was my sister's surprise. Sisters. I was relieved. I'd take a thorn in the snout over that awful pink carpeting any day. I told everyone who the nutty mouse flying the plane was. But it's a helicopter, it's not a plane. My sister loves pink, I added. At that moment, an enormous pink package struck me on the head. Before I fainted, I noticed a note on the side of the box. It said, "For Miss Angel Paws and Gentle Mouse." When I came to the others were busy opening Thea's package. No one gave me a second glance. I smiled. So much for mousely manners. It was clear that all anyone cared was what's in the box. What's in the box? Whoa. It was a full-length wedding dress and a tux. Now everyone was happy. Well, everyone except for me. That is. A lump had formed on top of my head. Don't worry. Don't you think you need some ice? It was the size of a mega huge ball of mozzarella. Oh. I'm amazed he didn't die. Congratulations! Barbecue time. After the wedding ceremony, we headed back to the campsite. Then we arrived When we arrived, we were overwhelmed by a delicious smell. I sniffed there. Could it be? Yes, it smelled just like a backyard barbecue. I ran toward the campsite. That's when I spotted a big poster leaning against the rock. It said, "Barbecue, come one, come all. Get ready for the best barbecue this side of the Niagara Falls. Brought to you by the best chef in the world." I scratched my fur. There was only one rodent I knew who was that full of himself. There was the irritating. Such a pain! My cousin Trap. Just then, a pair of whiskers emerged from behind a cloud of smoke. A pot-bellied rodent wearing a Hawaii print shirt stood behind me smoking a grill. He waved a greasy spatula at me. "Yo, Jeremister, what's squeaking?" he smirked. Love the lump on your head. It's so you." I rolled my eyes. Yep, it was my cousin Trap. All right. Have I mentioned he's a total pain in my tail? Maybe under the tail? No. Not the tail, under the tail. I started to explain about the bump on my head when Trap interrupted me. "Hey, listen up, rodents," he called. "You're about to taste the best cooking around. So don't drag your feet. It's time to eat. Now that you've found Trap, you can throw away your map. That's Trap. T as in look out, tough. You're in for a treat. R as in ready or not, here it comes. A as in ask me if I can cook. P as in pay attention, the name's Trap. Yes, there's only one thing you should know about my cousin. He's in love. No, not with another mouse. With himself. Still, I had to admit, his barbecue was delicious. I stuffed my snout like my Uncle Cheesebelly. I'd make yourself own cheese Sunday buffet. After dessert, Thea took me on a helicopter ride over the falls. It was really spectacular. It was a really spectacular sight. Too bad I got sick on the way down. I knew I shouldn't have eaten 3 pieces of cheesecake. Little mice around the world. Finally, it was time to go home. We boarded the plane, headed for Mouse Island. It was another long flight. The little mice climbed all over me. Then they all sang songs at the top of their lungs. I didn't get one bit of rest. Still, I was kind of sad that when we landed, I was going to miss those little rodents. As we were waiting for our luggage, I made my announcement. "You're all invited to visit me at the Rodents Gazette," I told the class. Actually, picking up my luggage, or as I call it, fishing for luggage, is the best part of my flight, I think, if I flew somewhere. Like Turkey, for example. You can see how we put the newspaper together. You can see how a book is made. Hooray! The little mouse cheered. Then, Punkrat grabbed my paw. That's the end of these chapters. If you liked the video. If you liked even more, subscribe.